Now we'll talk about a board game. Um, Command of Nature. Um,
Oh, your new commander deck. Okay, let's go.
yeah, it's
Hold that up again. Command of
Hi,
Nature.
hi, Big Zach. Just
There you go. Check that out. Okay, cool. Okay,
Command of Nature. I'll hold up a character card.
okay.
Here's a little character thing they give you that you get if
come on,
it'll
come on.
come
Nice
on,
blurry
buddy.
card
Yeah,
there. Thank you to that's yeah,
I
very
have
good.
this like artificial blur thing, but yeah,
yeah.
if you can use your imagination, it looks really cool. Um, so how to describe this game? So it's a 1v1 or even like 3v1. So you can play with four people, you can play with one.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the idea of, I mean, it's like the idea of like selecting a champion in a video game or selecting a commander in a commander deck in Match of the Gathering or whatever. You select your guy and they do the one thing that they do, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
have, for example, you have Torrent the Droplet Sage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and he has these effects that you get access to over time. So on the right side of your little board, you have these like you have 1 through 8, and they unlock with each turn. So like
Hmm.
on turn 4, you get to draw 2 cards, and then on turn 6, you get to swap the positions of 2 of the guys in your formation. Then on turn 8, deal damage to an elemental in your opponent's formation based on your sage's position within your formation. So, what that means, right, is in this video they have kind of like a little triangle. They have like a
Mm-hmm.
3, a 2, and a 1. So there's like 3 guys in the back, 2 guys in the middle, 1 guy at the front. That's your formation. So you have line 3, formation 3, line 2, formation 2, line 1, formation 1. And each of the cards, so each commander or each uh, wizard has their own deck, and they have their own guys in it. And within that, you have like health and attack and stuff.
Hmm.
And so basically, you whenever you start the game, you draw your cards, draw 5 cards, and you put out your formation, right? So you put like let me see here, you put a sprout. If we'll go a little sprout,
Damn.
blurry, but sprout.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can turn off the blurry thing. Hold on. Boop, boop.
Boop.
There you
Now we
go.
can see your shame.
So sprout, right? So here he can go anywhere. So you can put
Mm-hmm.
him anywhere within your formation, right? Then, for example, you have your little commander, and you see like under him it has 1, 2, and 3, so he can be
Mm-hmm.
within any row. So ideally, you want to put him in your third row, because with the triangle, right? There's the 1, the 2, and 3. The enemies have to attack through the first 2 rows to attack things in the third row.
Hmm.
So there are some cards that can attack like second row or third row. So what the idea is you have these like triangles, right? You have you're fighting your opponent, and you have these cards. They're like this, right? He can only be in the first row. He has 2 attack
Huh.
and four health.
Thorn
Um,
fencer.
so whenever you whenever you go through your phases, right? There's a couple phases whenever you start. There is a summon an elemental from your hand to your formation. So if you lost a elemental, you put one back.
Hmm.
Then there's a play a command from your hand. Commands are like these, which are like kind of like spells, right?
Hmm.
Um, I think is swap the position of 2 connected ones. So like 2 to 1, 1 to 2, or 3 to 2. So you can kind of move guys around. And then you draw a card. So with this, you add 1 boost or shield to this elemental. You can be
Hmm.
like, okay, I'm going to boost him 1 so he can attack the first row since he has a 1 for 3. So you can get rid of that first row. Um, So like the deck has kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So ideally, you have 3, 2, 1. So that's 6. So there really isn't much room to do anything like strategic. Kind of like you can be strategic, but like you don't have a lot of access to things to put on the field because you have to refresh one every turn, and then you have to move things up as they deplete down. But there are effects in here that can make it to where it's interesting when you're going against an opponent. Like the Pedal Mage. When this elemental enters your second row, move a card from your discard pile to your hand. So you can kind of like, okay, this guy died, I'm gonna grab him back and then put him out next turn. So there's this. So I wouldn't say there's a lot of strategy within it because you're just kind of like, I'll attack with this, and then okay, it's your turn. But where the strategy does happen, where it kind of makes it fun, is the different commanders have different special abilities, right? So, like I was talking about Torrent, he can draw 2 cards on his turn 4, right? For Perella here, they on turn 4 they can play an attack command from the discard. So there's different kind of ways you can approach it. But at least whenever I played, there isn't like, I wouldn't say there isn't a lot of thought, but there isn't a lot of like, once you've played all the decks, it's like, okay, I've played this game enough, right? You do also get access to like gold to buy equipment and to buy things. There's also like a shared deck where you can like buy units and buy things, but it's just like, it's more so going to the point of elongating the game instead of being like a strategic kind of move. I don't think that it's a bad game. I just don't think it's the right game for me. Because like I play a lot of card games. Like that's just kind of like what I like. And I play a lot of board games too, and this is just like, I think this is a good game to play with someone who wants to kind of get into deeper things. Like if they just only played Catan or played like Ticket to Ride or Monopoly, even whatever, like this would be a good game to be like, hey, do you want to try something new? Like, this would be a good game to introduce them to kind of the depth of other card games within this kind of genre, right? It's not so much a deck building game. It's not so much a strategy game. It's more so just like can you kind of outwit your opponent by taking them down piece by piece. So it's kind of one-sided if you kind of understand the game more than the opponent.
It's attaching like RPG elements to a deck of playing cards in a way. Like you know what everything's going to be and what everything. There's no surprises in the overall meta.
So because I mean, like you can buy things from the like store deck. But it's like it isn't really anything crazy. Like you can buy things like a projectile blast, which is deal damage equal to the attacking elemental's strength to an elemental 2 rows away. So it isn't like anything crazy. Like it's like you're just moving a stat block from one part to the other. Versus, I don't know. It's just, I feel like there could be more to it. There could be more cards. I mean, the games do go pretty long for what it is. But it's just like there just could be a little bit more. I feel like, but I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's a badly designed game. I just don't think that I'm the target demo for it. Right? Like I feel like if a kid played this, it'd be really awesome. It'd be like, oh, like this would be a great way to introduce like Magic to a child, because it does a really good job of showing you like, here's a core mechanic for your deck, and here's these creatures and how they interact within that kind of theme of your commander or whatever, right? And it does a good job of like a step of processes. Like it has it laid out on your card, where it shows you the process within the game over here. So it's like summon an elemental from your hand, play a command from your hand, swap the positions of 2, draw a card from your deck, right? So it's like it has that good order of operations, which is what Magic is order of operations for everything. Like, so it's like, yeah, it's competent, it's good, it's fun. I think it's like $25, maybe 30. I think it'd be great. Like if you want to play with your kid, it'd be awesome.
Cool.
Like, but yeah, I don't know. I think maybe their other game, it's like Unicorn game. I forget what it's called, but it has a bunch of expansions. And usually with board games and expansions, they usually keep tweaking and adding things to the core mechanic. That game will probably be better for people who are gigabrained like myself, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it's really, really cool.
Cool.
Thank you guys for sending me the game, by the way. Yeah.
Cool.